Hi, it's Mr. Damon, and I am so glad that we get to spend time together. What was your day like today? Was it an easy day? Was it a difficult day? Take 5 seconds and think about the best memory that you have from today. Was it a moment with a friend? Did you get to do something fun? There are so many things for us to be thankful for, isn't there? And all we need to do is stop and think about them. Well, before we get started with our amazing bedtime story tonight, why don't you run and grab your parent and ask if they want to come and listen with you? Well, tonight, we are going to learn about a mysterious group of people called wise men who are a part of the first Christmas. You see, these wise men received a gift so incredible, it made them want to share it with others. Our story begins 2 years after Jesus was born in the tiny village called Bethlehem, where God chose a very unusual, very important group of people to come and visit Jesus. You see, the Bible calls these mysterious people wise men or magi. But the truth is, we actually don't know who they were. And we don't know how many of them there were. We don't even know exactly where they came from. It only tells us that they were from the east, which means they were probably from an area around the modern-day country of Iraq. But we do know that these mysterious wise men were rich, they were loaded with money, they were powerful, and they spent their time studying astronomy. They studied the stars. One night, God put a very special star in the sky, and somehow, through this star, don't ask me how, he told them that the most important king in history was about to be born. A king so powerful, he would rescue the entire world from sin. And when the wise men saw the star and they learned about this King of Kings, they packed up their bags and set off on an incredible journey to find this new king. They followed the star across burning deserts, over the tops of snowy mountains, down through the dark bottoms of dark valleys, and across deep rivers, until one night, the star that they were following stopped over a tiny house on a tiny street in the small town called Bethlehem. The star had led them to the new king. The wise men couldn't believe that they'd finally found him. They jumped down from their camels, and as fast as they could, they walked up to the little wooden door on the tiny house and took a deep breath and knocked. The door creaked open, and there, standing inside, was a man with a beard. It was Joseph. And behind Joseph, inside the house, the wise men could see a young mom sitting on a wooden chair, holding a small 2-year-old boy who was probably drooling and giggling as he tried to grab the candles sitting on the table next to him. And the moment that the wise men saw Jesus, they knew in their hearts, this is him, God's gift, who is going to rescue the world. And what did they do next? The wise men gave Jesus gifts. They dropped to their knees in front of this little baby, and they set a number of beautiful treasure chests on the floor in front of him and opened up the lids. What was inside these mysterious treasure boxes? Very expensive, very precious gifts. Solid gold bars, expensive oil called frankincense, and very expensive perfume called myrrh. The wise men knew the 2-year-old they were looking at was God himself. They knew Jesus was the best gift the world had ever or would ever receive, and that he had come to the earth to help the very people he had created. Jesus made himself our gift. And when the wise men realized this, what did it make them do? It made them want to give back to Jesus. When we realize how generous Jesus is to us, it makes us want to share what we have with others. Think about it for a moment. What's a way that you can share what you have with someone tomorrow? Maybe share some encouraging words. Maybe share the toys that you have. Maybe share your time and effort and help your mom or your dad or your grandma or your grandpa. Think about that. When we understand how much Jesus gave to us, it makes us want to give and to share and be generous to those around us. Let's just take a second and let's talk to Jesus together right now. Why don't you say this after me? Jesus, thank you for loving me and my family. Thank you for being my best friend. I am so glad that you are generous and love sharing with me. I want your generosity to grow in my heart. Thank you that I don't have to worry because you've promised to take care of me and my family. I love you, Jesus. That's all. Good night. Amen. Well, have a wonderful night's sleep and sweet dreams. And remember this, you are so important to me, to your family, to your friends, and most of all, to Jesus.